Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we are back yet again talking about this individual by the name of Tiso Spencer, who considers himself intelligent even though he can't run more than two brain cells together to come up with an individual thought of his own, but this is how he will always be remembered. He will be remembered as the guy who called Eric July the hardest R of the N-word. He'll be remembered as the guy that said Yaira was barely going to make $1 million, and then it made over $1 million, and then he had to backtrack and shift the goalpost. He also cried that Yaira was going to be late, which it launched in winter, and then had to move the goalpost and say, well, it launched towards the last 3 days of winter. Bro, why can't you just shut up? Why do you think you're more intelligent than other people when you're not? You have the IQ of a gnat. You are a legit R-word. Honestly, you are one of the most dumbest people I've ever interacted with on the site. You're legitimately cringe, and you need to just get some help. You need to get some help. Summer ends September 22nd, so if it launches before September 22nd, it still launches, the pre-order campaign, by the way, in summer. So he would go on to say, I'm glad the Horseman is coming out in September, in the fall. Instead of in the summer, like it was supposed to, it's going to launch in the summer. It's interesting to me how you don't understand what Eric July has ever talked about when it comes to people's money being taken and then waiting years to receive a product. What Eric July talks about is the fact that you hold people's money hostage and you don't deliver on your promises. You overpromise and underdeliver is kind of the quote he uses. And it's interesting to me that you're still trying to grasp at straws, and this is going to be what you're always going to do, it seems, with every single book that comes out. You're going to be sitting here grasping at straws with literally every book that comes out. The Ripperverse is a well-oiled machine with 0 late books. You would be correct. Which, by the way, you've had to admit in the past that Eric July was correct, which is a great video by Ripper Vergoost. Please go to his YouTube channel and check it out. Except when it started with Yaira, it didn't. It launched in winter. Then Gooding, it launched in spring. And now this. So yes, Yaira launched in winter, so it wasn't late. Gooding launched in spring. It wasn't late. You're just mad because you're always wrong. You are so slow in the brain, you think wearing glasses makes you intelligent when it does not. So Ripperverse Goalpost says, summer ends September 22nd. Ripperverse is always on time. Yaira and Gooding were successfully fulfilled. Stop lying. Gooding was late and actually didn't release in spring. Yes, it did. It launched a pre-order in spring as promised. Not even in a, well, technically it was. That's literally what it was. No, it literally released in summer. No. Yaira was supposed to release in 2023. Stop it. It's been downhill for his release schedules since Yaira. No, it was supposed to release in winter. But who's counting nowadays? It's like everyone will literally clown you, and you continue to make yourself look like an absolute R-word. Honestly, I don't understand why you're this slow. I say Tiso Spencer legitimately is the most R-word individual hater of our time. If I did a Detractor of the Year award, he would easily win, which, honestly, I forgot about Riley. He should save it all for next year because he ain't gonna win this year. Because, ooh, that's true. It's a pretty good idea. I might actually do this in December. What adult? A book isn't quote-unquote late if you cannot even order it yet. You have to order it first for it to be late. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Straight, simple, to the point. By Jack Lloyd. Shout out to Jack Lloyd. I've met Jack Lloyd at MegaCon this year. It was cool. It's important to them that Eric is listening to the wailing cries of people that hate him, hate his comics, and hate his fans. Not sure why, but that's what I'm getting from this. Yes, this is the individual that claims he hates everything Ripperverse, yet he'll continue to support everything Ripperverse. He'll continue to buy every single thing, even though he hates it, which is weird, because if this company is supposed to be failing, right? If the company is supposed to be failing, why do you continue to buy the merchandise, from the company? Why don't you just do the same when it comes to you having to sell product to buy other product on eBay, which doesn't directly support people like Shane Davis or EBS, which is what you do. You buy their books off eBay, which doesn't directly support them. You're only giving money to the person who originally bought the comic. It's interesting to me how you like to call people brokies, yet that's what you have to do in order to buy comics. And you do that for comics you actually like. Yet you do it, yet for the Ripperverse, you buy direct from Eric so he gets the money directly. I can't help but laugh about how they continue to harp on books releasing at the end of the season, but put no energy into people who are years late on their book fulfillment. They never do. They claim they do, but they never really do. If Horseman wasn't till October, so what? It'll still be fulfilled at the date they promised on launch. You logically ask when Rainbow the Brute will release Tiso Item 3. Yeah, that's exactly how he responds to things like this. Anyway, check down those Cyberfrog 2 customers who have yet to be fulfilled. Yes, like the variants that I talked about in the video I uploaded before this one, where they're selling 24-hour variants after the fact that they're sitting there complaining about Eric putting out ISOM #1 copies that he did not reprint but had extra stock of in a CGC format because they were not available when ISOM #1 came out. God, this guy's insane. I've never seen so many people angry at what they supposedly hate. It's 100% correct. Oh, I forgot to like this. These dudes still don't understand what an official release date is. The Ripperverse doesn't make official release dates until the campaign goes live. An estimated release schedule has nothing to do with the actual date given to customers who are buying the book. That is correct. Supertism pulls this crap every few months to feel like someone. Yes, he wants to feel part of some weird cause for a bunch of comic pros, washed up comic pros that he doesn't even support directly, which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Bald men cannot help themselves. Well, it's funny how he made a MODOK picture of himself still being bald. He can't accept the fact that people like me have hair while he does not. Him in his 40s having no hair because he never took care of it, obviously. These people continue to reveal how stupid they are, but by not understanding how calendars work. They seem to think the seasons end when the weather changes slightly. Yeah, he would be one of those people. Now you know that Spur can't be reasoned or bothered with things like facts. Summer ends on Hobbit Day. Dude's worried about when July's book is coming out, but is fine waiting 4+ years for a book that even EVS doesn't care if he finishes it. Rules for thee, but not for me, as I always say. Does it really matter what season of the year that Eric July stops EVS's watched up is? It's almost like the guy's in love with this level of emotion. EVS is 4+ years on books and not a peep. And that's how it always happens. Oh, the big bad black man in comics, in indie comics, that's dominating the sphere, dominating the indie comics industry, as I guess will say, is the bad guy because apparently he's taking all the money and it's not a fixed pie, apparently. I mean, it is a fixed pie, I'm sorry. It's not a fixed pie, but they believe it's a fixed pie. These people's pettiness is really bizarre and hinged, but most of all, ugly. It also misses the point that Ripperverse books all get sent out at the time it's stated to when you pay for it, whereas the problem with Ethan's books is people paid for them already and still have gotten nothing. So this is their big gotcha? Yeah. According to a small, tiny brain Tiso Spencer, this is the gotcha. Oh my god. This is all they have left. Even silly from the perspective of the Southern Hemisphere. My copy will arrive in spring. Can someone please tell me why people like EVS are obsessed, or are obsessed with Eric and running down everything he does? Is there a video I can watch that will bring me to the genesis of all the beef? Yes, actually there is. You can watch a video by the name, from the person known as Bat Sauce. He actually has an hour video explaining how all this even started and how everything has been since, EVS made his little heel turn towards Eric July because he couldn't control him. Just like the mainstream comic industry can't control the black man, can't control the black man bad because he did everything himself, own distribution, own shipping, and houses everything on his own website. So no fees to pay for platforms like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, although Fund My Comic is pretty good. So at the end of the day, Tiso Spencer would continue to spurg out like a little bee that he is all the time about literally anything Ripperverse related, and we're going to continue to make videos on him and laugh at him. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below if you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.